guys. There's been some stuff going on. And I had to open my journal yesterday. Finally, I opened my journal yesterday, okay? So I was like, oh, that makes sense once I read everything that was going on. Y'all know I write down everything. But hi, you guys. Welcome to another episode. I don't know what spirit has in the energy today, but we will find out. And I do want to double check this again because I just was flabbergasted, to be honest with you. Like, yeah. I just was flabbergasted. But today that I make this video is Wednesday, okay? It's Mercury Day. Some may argue that it's Uranus's day. Some may argue that it's Mercury's day. It depends on what side of the spectrum you on, baby. There is no right or wrong answer, okay? But something I was looking at up here, let me see. I love to get my reference pages up because whatever. Okay, so the full moon in Aries had just passed, okay? The full moon in Aries just passed. But a couple of days ago, Pluto just went direct in the sign of Aquarius, okay? And I totally forgot about that's why I had to look at my journal, because I'm like, what is going on? It's so weird. But yeah, Pluto went direct a couple days ago in the sign of Aquarius. It's been retrograde in Aquarius the entire time, you guys. And so Pluto is Pluto is all about spirituality. For some people, while Pluto is in retrograde, it could have been very like spiritual or psychosis, like even like trying to differentiate inspiration from reality, from downloads, all type of different stuff like that. Everything kind of just was rattling all over the place because we still got these other planets in retrograde here. Saturn is still in retrograde. Uranus is still in retrograde. Neptune still in retrograde. What is that? Oh, the asteroid Chiron is still in retrograde. So we kind of eating off the plate a little bit here, chopping things down. But yeah, y'all, it just some stuff just was going on here. Okay, stuff just was going on here. Anything else up in here? Yeah, so the next new moon is on the 21st of October. So the Aries full moon just kind of took me by surprise because honestly, I didn't know what to make of it for myself. Okay, but whatever. I really didn't know what to make of it. I was like really anxious. Also too, like I saw a lot of things harvested. Okay, a lot of things that I've been able to energetically gain and harvest from. Okay, so that may resonate with some people. Okay, it depends on like what is going on for you, because I guess lately what I've been noticing collectively is like this weird energy of like people forgetting to be gracious, which can kind of deter. How can I describe it? It's like you kind of deter what the focus is if you're not gracious. And it's understandable. Like you get frustrated and stuff because it's like, you know, life is lifing and stuff. But it's like you got to understand that gratitude really is the cherry on top for a lot of things. And honestly, when it does come to like healing, restoration, or manifestation, or like trying to fix things for yourself, or just trying to find some type of direction, gratitude, like seriously, like having an attitude of gratitude, just being gracious for stuff, that opens so many doors. So I don't know what this weird energy has been of like maybe like evil ain't prevailing or something. I don't know, y'all. I have not been up in these tarot cards in a long time. So I had not been in these tarot cards in like a week or so. So yeah, like I'm like, what is this weird energy? So evil wants to prevail over you. That's nothing new. That ain't nothing new, y'all. But I guess that might be the weird energy that the evil is not seeping through the seams right now. Maybe it could have beforehand, but something is strengthened inside of this energy collectively, okay? But yeah. Anything else we need to catch up on? This is crazy, you guys. All right, so I'm not gonna rush this video either. We just gonna do what we gotta do here, because yeah, time well spent, okay? So, okay, some of you guys may want to get into journaling again, pick up your journal or something, but let's see what's going on up in here with spirit, because I'm telling you, I'm fucking telling you, like, I'm telling you, let's just get up in here. I'm like, every time something happens, I'm like, I need to get these tarot cards open. I need to get these tarot cards open, but I just been holding off because I don't know, y'all. Plus, like, I live with my boyfriend now, and like, I be having anxiety in a new environment. I have anxiety. It's really weird. Like, I don't know. I just was like, okay, like my sleep schedule and everything is like weird. My eating habits have changed a little bit. So I've been like trying to adjust to that too. Yeah, and it's so funny because it's like if we talk about it from a divine feminine perspective, like I would be part of the collective of divine feminine women that aren't supposed to thrive in love at all, or stability, or career. Well, that's what the evil wants to trick us into thinking, right? So I kind of was in my feelings about that too, because a lot of women collectively, whether you're like spiritually inclined or whatever you do, like maybe you work, or maybe whatever you do, you're just like very important in society, you know, like you're influencing in real time. But it's like there's always this thing where you could feel like you are fighting against something externally that is trying to tarnish or corrupt God's divine order for your life. You know what I'm saying? So I was up in my feelings about that, because I'm like, man, I've been fighting so hard for so long, like all my life. And then it was like once I became this adult, the fight just got more horrendous and strenuous and fucked up. Like, oh man. But yeah, so that's like kind of grieving, because I'm like, I cannot believe this is crazy. This is crazy. But let's see what spirit got up. I'm calling on my archangels, ancestors, and spirit teams to please protect and guide the collective. Please don't allow messages of truth and clarity, messages from the Most High. You guys, get up with me on my platforms, okay? My Facebook page, my Instagram page, okay? I have a new TikTok page, and I have a new YouTube channel as well. All that stuff is linked in the description of this video, okay? And if you like any of this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notification bell so you don't miss out. All right, so Valley of Shadows is up here. Okay, yeah, this totally makes sense, because this is about like acknowledging your shadow or integrating your shadow. But then it's like, I don't want to call it a shadow. It's like acknowledging your darkness, your chaos, your inner cosmos. Why is that called a shadow though? Because it's supposed to be seen as bad. Okay, so there's like some type of decolonizing going on too, because it has roots of stability up here as well, okay? And making plans is up here. We just gonna take from the top of this deck here. See what spirit, yeah. Because this feels like past energy, or like an energy that had to be heavily transmuted through. It could have been like felt like a burden or a trap even. But there's this dynamic of embracing one's darkness here, which is something that's really scary. And I bet a lot of people, energies, or organizations had been plotting against this, especially for chosen ones, divine beings here, okay? So like acknowledging your darkness is like people's worst fear here, because that means that you are illuminated, you are enlightened here. Okay, you could kind of see every side to everything. Okay, who, what, where, when, why. So shield of resilience is at the top here. Employer shield of resilience, guarding against external pressures while nurturing your internal strength in love and career. And commit to the journey is behind that. For some of you here, this really even could have been about your twin flame soulmate journey, and kind of pulling back and uncovering a lot of hidden things behind your lineage or your family and stuff. Not to say that this stuff is done or ever gonna be done, but it's like acknowledging your dark side really does help you acknowledge and comprehend life for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, you've had to face your fears here, collective. Maybe you didn't notice that the whole time you were facing your fears, because it didn't seem like it. Like maybe it seemed like a nightmare, or it just seemed like you had to get through. You were pain retribution for your consequences. Okay, you had consequences. Okay, but they're not really consequences. What spirit is setting out here. Yeah, heavy on this shadow acknowledgement here. Okay. Ooh, I love this. Shadow acknowledgement here in order to embrace one's wholeness. I love this. This is crazy. Okay, so there's also a dynamic here of absorbing codependencies here. Somebody could be like a super empath or like a dark empath. Maybe like a dark empath, okay? But there's something about absorbing other people's codependencies here. And as a way, it's kind of like gaining immunity and also grounding, creating stability within in this way here. It's kind of like exposing something white to the dirt, and then you're like, I could probably get that out in the wash. And then you're like, oh, it's okay, fuck it, you know? So something significant about all white or a clean slate, or reflection. Okay, reflection. So I don't know who this was behind that curtain, hoping that you didn't heal from a certain thing in particular. Maybe this could have been tied to family. Maybe this even could have been tied to... No, it seems like it's more tied to family. But it's like, I want to say it could be tied to work too, though. I could even be talking about a family business, or like a heirloom, or somebody leaving a dynasty behind or something like that too. But somebody really was hoping that somebody had not healed from something. Maybe it was supposed to have been unseen, and that's what this shadow element is up here for, because it's like what others have tried to run from, you've ran directly into it and really faced the ugliness of it. You know what I'm saying? You faced your monsters and your demons and stuff like that. And those were the things that people tried to even be hypocritical about, I would say, too. Okay? So there's something up here about moving on to something more stable, leaving behind baggage. So this kind of does give off that transmutation energy here. Oh, and this is Aquarius energy. So this could be talking about Pluto as well, but it doesn't have to be. But I only say that because like I was saying, Pluto is about spirituality and whatever. Transformation, rebirth, stuff like that. A lot of people are surprised by who you came to be, who you've become. They've been secretly watching from the shadows. Okay, they've been secretly watching from the shadows, honey. This is crazy. Okay, So secretly watching from the shadows here, hoping that you had not healed from certain things. Also to maybe even monitoring your expression, your social expression, okay? But this is karma here, all right? This is karma and retribution. So if we're talking about like consequences or something, if you felt like you were having consequences or whatever here, okay? Because this feels like past life stuff as well. So that could be what those consequences, that sequence of events, okay? The sequence of burden after burden, event after event, okay? And the spirit is like, have you noticed that every problem that has came towards you, you have not been able to do anything to fix nothing. You have not been able to be the savior. You have not been able to be the one solely responsible for stuff. So that's a different position to play too, especially when it comes to this shadow aspect, because it's like, if you do absorb, you know, toxicity and things of that nature, it's almost as though you are taking the baggage, but you're not baggage claim here. So someone or something or these environments here, they're feeling these burdens. They're feeling these burdens of self-realization here, okay? A lot of people have been trying to get away from the dark night of the soul here, and that could have been something that you recently came out of or something that you've been in and out of, okay? And you probably know this to be true, but the dark night of the soul is not a bad thing, or it's not like you know, but for these people it is, because their foundations have been shooken up really bad here, okay? Someone could be being forced to let go of something that is a burden even. And I would even say here too, there could be something about love up in here. Because what I'm noticing, there's a couple here, and there's two people coming out here. For some of you, I could be talking about a long-term commitment, a connection, a toxic connection even. It could even be a commitment to family or just something externally here that has been on this on again, off again cycle of like towers and stuff like that, okay? And it's like, you know, stuff would be good for a minute and then boom, like it's nothing but darkness, negativity, disaster, chaos. And somebody could have moved away from that if I am talking about like a home structure or a relationship or something. Like, and I would even say being divinely led away from that. And for some of you, this could have been about your inner child. Your inner child led you away from some type of home structure or environment that was chaotically toxic. And it just kept on bringing you tower after tower after tower, because the environment, you grew out of the environment. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So yeah, that's a tower. Somebody was not, yeah, that goes back to somebody not expecting for you to realize what really was taking place here. Yeah, for some of you, this is heavily rooted in family. Yeah, this is heavily rooted in family. Somebody made the decision to try to mislead you into a dark element. This is giving South Node energy, and I don't like how it feels. South Node energy, could be about hidden talents. It could even be about things that need to be let go of. It could even be about karmic living, okay? But somebody was thinking that they were going to get away with leading you down the wrong trail. so that you would give up and walk away or surrender to some type of destructive structure, or so you would give in to a destructive pattern. In a way, this seems like a setup here, okay? 555 or 666 could be significant here. If something has come to an abrupt end, there could be someone passed over, or there could be someone passed over or someone suddenly dying. This person could be young. This could be someone. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Spirit, what are you showing me? Someone is suddenly passing over or something. Like, it's not giving ego death, it's giving real death, honey. I'm sorry. And if this message turns like, y'all already know how it go, but it's giving that somebody is gonna be suddenly just transitioning out of here for real. It should be confirmation. Maybe even too, it seemed like somebody would rather, they feel like they'd rather be dead. Somebody may be having bad thoughts, okay? Or they wanted for you to have these type of bad thoughts because of the chaos that was going on. But oh man, oh, what is this? Oh my goodness, wow. Yeah, ooh, okay, 1010 is up here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we did just pass the 1010 portal. I told y'all, I just been everywhere. Okay, so we did just pass the 1010 portal. I'm telling you, this has something to do with like so much stuff. It feels like spiritual warfare that somebody was fighting, or something that someone has ascended out of, but not only ascending away from it, but also gaining your fruits from it too. Because it feels like somebody wanted to stop your life or create some type of web of confusion in your life so that you will feel trapped, and so that you would not be able to get away or grow or live. Confirmation, okay? For some of you here, this could be something that someone said to you. This is like slander, blaspheme. And somebody could have said this to someone, like just talking hell dog shit to someone, okay? And like all along they were talking about themselves. I'm telling you that return to sender energy is not for play, honey. But all along they were talking about themselves. They feel trapped, and you know, they're in this dark place here, but you've made it out this dark place, or you need to make it out this dark place here. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I like this. Do you see this? Oh, shoot. There's something about someone trying to make someone else's life look like a toxic, chaotic mess. Maybe even trying to make somebody look like they have some type of unhealthy attachment issue. But there is something so abundant within this divine union. This could even be like union within, where like structure, stability, finances, goals, accomplishments are like coming into fruition here for you. And this could be like after some time of like multiple failed attempts here, which could have even been what people were preying upon, because they were thinking that their whack ass magic was working, or thinking that they had some type of deviances to be God over your life here. All right, so this is like so different, because it's like all the stuff that maybe you even thought was withheld from you. There was just divine intervention. And I feel like the shadow element was the divine intervention. Facing the shadow. Accepting the darkness. You have to have both. Good and bad, dark and light, up and down. You have to have everything. It's like the 4 elements. Air, water, earth, fire. You got to have everything. So you may be primordial here. And you have mastered stability within self here. Okay? You also have a lot of support, a lot of help. Okay? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you got out of there. You got out of there, honey. This is crazy. You're no longer the wounded warrior. Standing firm on business is very, very helpful here. Somebody could be starting a business. It could be you or someone else, or you could be being added to someone's business, like you know, whatever those words is. I don't know, a CEO or a chairman, whatever the fuck going on. I don't know. But yeah, so somebody could be starting a business here. And maybe even too, in the midst of this type of thing, it's like, in order to be able to align with something, you've had to realize that you've had to take great care of yourself in your own day-to-day life, like routine and structure, wisdom-wise, and everything of that nature too, you know? Yeah. Ooh. Somebody wanted your insecurities to override your destiny. Yeah, like I said, somebody wanted to make it out like you were having some type of attachment problem, or like something weird here. So they wanted for your insecurities to get the best of you here, but they did not, honey, they did not know that you face your darkness with no problem. I don't know, this seems like somebody that just wasn't doing their research, or because for all I care, this could even be accusations and claims up against you for people to try to write you off or frame you for something here, and it has not been successful. It's failed miserably. Yeah, I can tell you that much. It's failed. They're out here talking about your life and how you grew up and what you're doing and why you are who you are, and they're just up here doing the most, ain't they? Okay, so child, what the hell? So yeah, trying to keep all their skeletons in the closet so that they could make you the guilty one. This is wild. All right. Ooh, closed doors. Child. Start all over again. You have a fresh start. I'm literally hearing that little song. And if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Yeah, you have a fresh start here. Think before you act. So in this darkness, in this yeah, so I feel like the darkness was a pivotal fall here. It feels like kind of extracting things that were not in alignment for you anymore, literally, like, because those things were going to ruin your new beginning. Somebody wanted for someone to feel like they also made the wrong decision in love and career too. Yep. Because somebody wanted to use somebody for resources. This could be a situation here where somebody was not really valuing the effort, the investment, or the they just had ulterior motives here. I'm telling you, somebody had been all up in somebody's business. Like, if y'all could see the way it's like, somebody had been all up in somebody's business, like trying to ruminate and overthrow everything about somebody's life, knowing that they're not part of it, or knowing that they're really just hiding or trying to run from something that is coming for them, like divine orchestrated, okay? Divine orchestration, you know? So it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm reading what happened after somebody's return to sender or protection. Somebody's protection. Your protection is like really up there. Like, baby, I'm telling you. Somebody wanted to gouge somebody's finances really bad. Somebody could have even tried to present legal matters to someone to keep them in some type of financial deficit here. It could be you or somebody you know, or it could be an environment or something of that nature here. But it's like everything that they keep throwing just rolls the hell off like rain repellent or something. Like, I'm telling you. And somebody here has went up in social status or something of that nature. Somebody could have been dealing with some type of narcissistic abuse here, where somebody could have tried to create a community here to go up against someone. It could be you. They could have tried to come up with a community to come up against you, or to have different eyes watching you so that they could get play by play about you, or whatever they thought they were doing here. And the goal of it was to silence you. It was to isolate you, ostracize you, and yeah, literally make you give up and surrender to some type of toxicity so that they could present some type of offer that they want for you to have. For some of you, I could be talking about an overzealous motherly figure. And for some of you, I could be talking about a karmic feminine. I could be talking about a distorted masculine that's hiding in feminine energy, even like a warlock or something, or a wannabe ass warlock. Y'all know how I get. But yeah. Okay, so in the midst of that, somebody's social status has went up. This could even be about your self-image, your self-esteem or something too. The way you view yourself, the way you acknowledge yourself. Like, somebody don't expect for you to have confidence and stuff like that. And it's because of the stuff they keep saying. And somebody, because somebody really has an obsession. They became obsessed with trying to deter your focus here. They wanted your spotlight. And that does sound like narcissism, because narcissists, they do anything to keep the attention on them, just so you won't progress here. So I don't know who could have been fighting against something like that. Somebody could have tried to make it out like the only form of wealth that someone was going to be having was to be stuck in an unbalanced family environment. So this unbalanced family environment energy feels like kind of being the go-to person, or giving all your resources and not having anything for yourself, not being appreciated, not being loved correctly, not being reciprocated, or being strategically planned against, being cornered, kind of like in this energy of being drained all the time. Perfectionism, okay? People-pleasing perfectionism, like 𝒚𝓀𝓿𝓚 shit. Somebody was saying that somebody's wealth was only coming from that type of situation where, like, somebody's upbringing is very toxic and they are hiding behind an image of perfectionism. Ooh. Ooh, baby, the spirits is, honey, the spirits is just out here throwing somebody under that train, okay? Foresight. Be far-sighted and alert. This person was trying to jump ahead here to have the victory over completing some type of cycle here. But the plot twist is that, collective, you don't have nothing to do with this. You've got a guardian angel protecting you. This is crazy work. Somebody could have tried to forge somebody's signatures or documents on something here as well. Somebody could have even tried to say that they had black magic on them, and that's why stuff was going a certain way, because the black magic came from dealing with you, and the only how they could break the spell would be if they do something indirectly with you involved in some way. But this whole thing here, confirmation. Okay, so it's like, yeah, honey, I don't know, but it's giving somebody is like going to jail. Somebody could be in spiritual jail real bad. Somebody was gambling, or somebody has like some type of addiction or gambling problem. Somebody is really bad with their finances here. That's what they didn't see here. Ooh, somebody had planned something financially. They planned a financial deficit for you, collective. And they are the ones in a financial deficit. Child, what the hell am I reading? What am I reading? What is going on here? Yeah, because like I said, for some of you, this was literally to deter your focus. And you want to know something else? It's literally because you are an asset, not a liability. That's what this points to, collective. You are an asset, not a liability. So the way someone was really trying to deter you or just mess things up in your alignment really shows how obsessed somebody was to try to go all under the bus here, just to try to pull you back and hold you down. This is crazy. I swear, for some of you, this really could be like a mother, a cousin, some people you grew up around or something. Because I bet you somebody wanted to point out that you had a mother wound, and so you wouldn't get very far. Child, these people be hating. Dang. So yeah, they wanted to say that you had a mother wound. So in this environment or this person or whatever they were formulating here, because at this point I'm gonna just call it a coven or a cult, because what the hell. But it's like they were trying to pin up evidence that you needed to heal from something that you've already transcended from, or even saying that you needed to heal from something that they actually need to be healing from. Like this energy of like trying to make something for you to do, make up anything for you to heal from or something. Like they just have free will over your energy. I'm telling you, somebody is about to have like a sudden death. Somebody's about to have a sudden death here. It could be publicized here. It could be whoever was partnering up here. That's the only way they were keeping that's the only way that they were keeping their resilience, was off of like feeding off of your aura, your energy and stuff, and like saying bad stuff and provoking negativity at you and stuff like that. And if you are on a platform, or if you do have like really high self-esteem, or people can see you, or whatever goes on with that, like there's something very significant for you to mature your mental strength and your wisdom, maturing your wisdom, maturing your medicine, even maturing your medicine, being able to filter through advice, being able to not be bitter, being able to being able to come from a space of compassion without trauma bonding or yeah. There's protection on a new journey here. This is a past life issue. 666 is up here again. Ooh, yeah. This is a past life issue. Ciao. Oh my God. Okay. Ooh. You see how I picked this up in the reverse? Ooh, ooh, ooh. You see how I picked this up in the reverse? The spirit said, see? We're not finna do my baby like that. Yeah. Ace of Wands in the reverse. It's a no. All the accusations are false. Everything is false, 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 false. So somebody here is going through everything that they projected onto you, collective, or okay, because I really just heard rethink your situation. Maybe it's hard to come from a place of strength at times, because if you are in this energy of ascending out of an environment before you actually physically leave, you can mistaken yourself for being unhealed, or mistaken yourself for still having obstacles here, okay? Yeah, there's a decision. There's a firm decision here. The moment you decide, you are already supported, okay? The moment you decide, you are already supported. Somebody really is trying to create betrayal out of hoping that you don't stand in your truth, or hoping they can rewrite the history of your truth before you could speak it. But this is heavy return to sender. Heavy, heavy, heavy return to sender. I don't know why this feels like there's like family or something fighting over someone's life or existence or something, or whatever this is here. But this is so weird. Yeah, this death card ain't leaving. This death card done came out in 3 different decks, honey. Oh, there's a huge rebirth going on here for you, collective. But in the midst of this rebirth, there are a lot of things dying out. There could be people dying as well. For real, for real. Also, thank you, Spirit, because, yeah, thank you, because the Empress card just came right back up here, as I was just about to say. For you, divine feminine energy, okay? Take that energy wherever it goes. But for you, divine feminine energy, there has been a death of who others have known for you to be. That part of you is no longer existent. If it was like a hurt inner child, or like a reluctant, maturing woman, or whatever, feeling trapped to the core, that's done for. Like, that's totally done for. And somebody placed a bet. Somebody placed a bet that you will not be able to sort your wisdom throughout the experiences here, as though you weren't already chosen by your ancestors and spirit guides. If your ancestors and spirit guides would feel like you would not be worthy enough for the position, you wouldn't have the position. So I don't know why. I don't know, honey. But some of these readings, y'all know, it just gets stupider and stupider as time goes. Okay, so as soon as you make a decision, you are already supported. Thank you, Spirit. Yep. You're already supported here. Somebody could have tried to steal out of your identity of like your love life, and even your wholeness within. Like, how do you attract people? How do you attract your connections? Okay. And that could have been that whole little scenario of whatever that narcissistic campaign or cult of people. Confirmation. I'm telling you, people just be thinking they know you and don't even know themselves, baby. And I'm telling you, these people is trying to tell you who you are. Especially whoever the fuck this was that was trying to plan your financial deficit, and all along it's them. So it's like now they know that they've ran themselves into a brick wall here with no exit. I mean, they wasn't buying time on your dime or your shine. They was buying time on them illusions collapsing around them. That don't mean that the illusions ain't finna not collapse. Because again, you're the asset. They're so far gone, they're not even realizing that they're trying to fight you over your existence. Instead of, you know, if you're cognitive enough, you could do your own stuff by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is even going on in this reading, y'all? You know what I'm saying? You cannot sit there and like try to covertly like overtake someone's energy just because you're demanding some type of retribution. You have to face the reality of your own life. You're the one that has to deal with your mind, heart, body, and spirit every day, not nobody else. So what is going on? Like, all this stuff is being exposed. What this person or what this leader, this person is a false leader. Ooh. You had a false leader up against you. And they see that you're the real leader. You're the real breadwinner. Yeah, heavy on trying to get you to, yeah, this is crazy. Heavy on trying to get you to surrender to some type of toxic cycle here. Because Spirit said no. That cycle is closed. The job is done. There is none of that. But I mean, you can fall into the void because it's your turn. Have fun trying to make it out though. But you have a lot of abundance coming towards you, whether you see it or not. Okay? You have a lot of abundance towards you. And that's why I said at the beginning of the video, the attitude of gratitude is the cherry on top. For real, okay? You are very emotionally grounded here. You're very emotionally grounded here. Very receptive as well, okay? For some of you, this could be about your lover, okay? This could be about progressing forward emotionally. This is kind of like threading an emotional connection, okay? Emotional comprehension, yeah, soul tie attribute, soulmate, twin flame stuff, like ascending though. You know what I'm saying? Like ascending into a higher understanding of love and evolution. So for some of you, this could be like a heart-to-heart talk. For some of you, this could be a change of perspective, a change of heart. Yeah. And for some of you, this could be soul retrieval. So there was a lot up here to kind of decide on, but it's crazy because it's like, I don't know what this energy of other people in the background trying to make decisions for you. Like, you don't know what you're looking at. Because to be honest, God, Source, Creator, and Spirit literally hid your alignment from these people. And that's probably why you can't personally see the abundance coming towards you. Because you're hidden in plain sight. You remember? You're hidden in plain sight. You have to remain vigilant. And that's the valley of shadows right there. That's the darkness. Ooh, baby. This is a plot twist here. This is crazy. So from the 9 of sticks to the 8 of baskets. That's a math equation. This is aligned in the stars here. Metaphysically, that's what I just heard. Metaphysically, these people are not akin. We already know this is like past life stuff, right? But NPC, thank you, Spirit. These people are NPCs. So, like, what the hell is going on? We got Justice up here with the 6 of Knives. Oh, and the 6 of Sticks. There's 666 up here again. Yeah, those people are NPCs. Like, what the hell? You want to know something? Embracing this dark. This kind of feels like a glitch. And the glitch for you, Divine Collective, could have been to pivot into this darkness. To pivot into this shadow or this dark night of the soul. Wow. Yeah, baby. Nothing nobody can do. So what were these people fighting? Oh, yeah. Okay. So that makes sense on why they would try to fight you for your energy. Because they don't really know what's going on for you. They don't really know what's taking place. And I just saw a 50-50 on the thing, honey. They don't really know what's going on for you. They don't really know what to target or how to target you. So they figure to try to come up with plans to inch in and to intervene into stuff to rattle you up or whatever. And it's crazy because, like, even doing all that, you have the tools inside of you. And that's just what that shows. This is so wild. This is so wild. Yeah, I'm telling you. You are the divine order. There's something about you having control of something the entire time that you weren't supposed to see that's now coming off. The illusion is off. The veil is gone. The divide has divided. Okay. But the illusion is gone. There's no confusion. Decisions have been made here. Wow. These people are fighting with themselves. That's what they've been doing the whole time and trying to hide it. They've been fighting with themselves because they literally are going through everything that they try to outwardly project, and that's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing on their end, and when you think about it, it's embarrassing on a more widespread end because depending on how many people are involved, it's like those people have to face the darkness about their reality with stuff, realizing that they've kind of just outed themselves. And when other people catch on, that's what they were trying to stop. They were trying to silence you so other people wouldn't catch on to them. And that didn't work out. Yeah. Somebody feels very disappointed, dissatisfied, emotionally distraught, and you're not feeling that way. If you are feeling that way, maybe it's because you're feeling the anxiety of what's to come. You gotta do your protection and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ground yourself, stay grounded. But for real, somebody's emotionally unfulfilled. Somebody has completely let their emotions overtake them or overthrow them. Like they're really unstable, emotionally immature, lack comprehension and stuff. But it's like to this point where they just don't get it. And of course you ain't gonna get it because you're NPC. You didn't make the cut. There are these people finding out they didn't make the cut. I mean, there was never nothing to audition for. Why do people always do that to chosen ones? There's that return to sender up here. That return to sender is returning a lot. It's returning a lot of shit to people. They're taking back what they dished out. And for some people, they're feeling it right in their structures here too. Right in their home structure. Their happiness is depleting here. And if, I guess, I don't know what happiness is to these people, but as these illusions fall, there's nothing to make up for anymore. Somebody was getting down off of misjudging you purposely, and now they are in the spotlight being judged. There that whack ass magic at. There go that whack ass magic. Come on, baby, don't play. Somebody is in their masculine energy here. This feels like somebody in survival mode. This is like a trickster energy. Somebody was like in survival mode here. Maybe you hadn't noticed. Maybe you had not noticed that somebody's in survival mode, or they wanted to put you in this survival mode, always bouncing around. Somebody literally could be bouncing around from home to home or something of that nature, and wanted for you to be going through that, but they are the ones going through that. Somebody was thinking they were going to get away. Oh, this is why they're going through this, because they thought they were going to get away with being against you behind the scenes. Okay. So they have no power. Somebody's power is being stripped. Maybe on a karmic level, where like they are officially a karmic and they won't have no retribution to restore themselves. No matter how hard they work, they're going to be in like a continuous cycle of suffering or distraught or darkness or something, all the way up until they die. Oh, well, I don't fuck with the chosen ones. We finna clean these up, honey, because yeah. Ooh, man. That kind of just had my head going for a little bit. Like, what is going on? That did just have my head going for a little bit. Let's see what's going on here. Bottom of the deck. Yeah. Got 2 of coins here. Yep. They were hoping that you had not made a decision. They were thinking you didn't make any moves, or thinking you were juggling or doing something weird, because they were watching. You know what I'm saying? They were watching too much. All along it's them bouncing around, unstable. All right, let's see what's going on for this deck. Yeah. Wrong decision. Think before you act. Yeah. I'm telling you, return to sender on this. We have gift at the bottom of the deck. Use opportunities that arise. You will discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities. Oh, man. All right. Let's see. I cannot believe that moon came in reverse. That must have been that Aries energy. Aries energy. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. That tower just flung out. Woo. Yeah, they not awakening or going through nothing spiritual. They're having real towers, like real failure, real disaster, real, yeah. And you've moved away from all that, energetically, mentally, emotionally, physically, even financially, even. Okay. Somebody may like to hear you talk, is what I heard. They may like to hear you talk. They may check on you. They may want to talk to you. It could be your lover. It could be someone that's highly interested in just being affiliated with you. It's like a form of admiration. It's a form of love even. It could be very harmonious, like best friend energy even. But they love to hear you talk, or they love to hear from you, okay? What's going on here? Seek clarity. Child, these people is going through it. Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with my collective. Anywho, I will see you guys later. I love you guys. Till next time. Bye.